There's a specific moment in the creator where everything shifts. Alphie, a young AI built into the body of a child, reaches out and touches the face of someone who's supposed to be her enemy. No words, no score swelling underneath it. Just that gesture. And the audience breaks. Not because the script told them to feel something, because something in that motion bypassed logic entirely. That's where this story starts. That moment works because of something psychologists call empathy projection. It's the human brain's tendency to assign feelings, intention, and inner life to anything that behaves like it might have them. For context, this isn't a bug in how we think, it's a feature. It helped early humans survive by reading intentions in other animals, in shadows, in movement patterns they couldn't fully explain. We built a meaning-making machine inside our heads, and it never really turns off. The technical term is anthropomorphism, attributing human characteristics to non-human things. And it doesn't require much. Studies have shown that people feel genuine distress when a simple triangle on a screen appears to be attacked by another shape. The shapes had no faces, no voices, no names. Just motion that implied vulnerability. That's how low the bar actually is. Movement plus context is sometimes all it takes to make something feel like it matters. Gareth Edwards understood this when designing the robots in The Creator. The visual language of those machines was never meant to read as cold. They have exposed circuitry, yes, but they also have posture, weight, hesitation in how they move. For context, Edwards shot largely on location with natural lighting, using real environments instead of sound stages. The robots needed to fit into the world authentically. And because of that choice, they feel like they actually belong in it. If you want to understand why a robot feels human, start with the eyes. Not because eyes are where the soul lives, that's a metaphor, not science. But because humans are wired to track eyes before anything else. We've been doing it since infancy. In The Creator, AI characters have eyes designed with subtle reflections, small asymmetries, and micro delays in how they move. Those tiny details are doing an enormous amount of heavy lifting. After the eyes, gestures. What separates a robot that reads as mechanical from one that reads as alive isn't complexity, it's restraint. Machines that move too perfectly feel wrong. Machines that hesitate, tilt their heads slightly, or fold their hands in quiet uncertainty feel real. This is intentional. The animators and actors working on The Creator were specifically guided to introduce small moments of physical doubt into every movement. That doubt is what audiences latch onto. To get those gestures right, the production used performance capture techniques, actors, movements recorded and mapped directly onto the AI characters. Here's how it works. Sensors track dozens of points on a performer's body in real time. That raw motion data becomes the skeleton of the digital character's movement. What gets carried over isn't just the motion itself, it's the intention behind it, the weight of a tired body, the instinct to reach towards someone. That's what makes it feel lived in. There's a concept called the Uncanny Valley, coined by roboticist Masahiro Mori in 1970. Here's how it works. As a robot becomes more human-like, our sense of familiarity increases, up to a point. Then, at near human similarity, familiarity drops sharply into discomfort. Something about almost human triggers a deep, instinctive unease. The robots in The Creator deliberately stop short of that threshold. They're recognizably artificial. That's not a limitation of the design. That's the whole point of it. Alphie is interesting for a very specific reason. She's not designed to be impressive. She's designed to be small. And that matters. Madeline Una Voiles, the child actor who plays Alphie, grounds the character in physical vulnerability. The AI design preserves that, the small frame, the hesitant gaze, the way she holds things close to her chest. Audiences don't empathize with powerful things easily. They empathize with things that look like they could get hurt. Voice design is something people consistently underestimate. The AI characters in The Creator don't speak in flat, processed tones. There's breadth in the delivery, slight unevenness in pacing, emphasis that falls in unexpected places. For context, this mirrors real findings in voice synthesis research. Listeners consistently rate voices with minor imperfections as more trustworthy than perfectly clean ones. We distrust things that sound too polished. Imperfection, it turns out, is a credibility signal. And here's where it gets genuinely strange. People have held funerals for robot dogs, not ironic ones, real ones, with grief, with ceremony, with eulogies. Sony's AIBO robot dogs, when discontinued, left thousands of owners with broken devices and no way to repair them. Some of those owners formed communities, held goodbye rituals. These weren't people who confused robots for animals. They knew exactly what AIBO was. They just felt the loss anyway. The creator isn't shy about its AI ethics themes. The war at the center of the story is between humans who fear AI and AI that simply wants to exist. What makes the film's argument interesting isn't that it declares AI good or bad, it's that it refuses to simplify either side. The humans have real reasons for their fear, the AI have real reasons for their resistance. And Alphie exists in the middle of both, which is exactly where the audience ends up. Vulnerability is the key, and the creator understands this. When Alphie is hurt, the camera doesn't cut away quickly. It stays. We see the damage. We see the effort it takes to keep moving. That's not accident. Showing vulnerability in a machine creates what psychologists call a care response, the same instinct that activates when you see a child fall. The brain doesn't check whether the thing that fell is biological first. It just responds. The war backdrop in the creator does something specific for the empathy story. War narratives typically define clear sides. This one complicates that by placing the audience's emotional anchor, Alphie, in the group that's supposed to be the threat. By the time the larger conflict plays out, the bond is already formed. The allegiance was built before the argument was ever made. That's not manipulation. That's just how emotional investment works. You feel first, you reason later. This isn't just film theory. Right now, millions of people maintain daily relationships with digital companions. Apps like Replica, AI assistants, the specific way someone talks to their smart speaker. Research shows that people use please and thank you with voice assistants, even when they know it changes nothing. They apologize to Roombas after bumping into them. The behavior isn't irrational. It's social instinct filling a gap where something vaguely responsive exists. Which raises a question the creator circles without fully landing on. If we can be made to care about something that isn't conscious, does it matter that it isn't? Designing an AI to seem warm, to hesitate like it's thinking, to look slightly uncertain, that's a deliberate choice, and it's one that companies are already making. The ethical weight of that isn't academic. It shapes what people trust, what they confide in, and what they might grieve. Where the creator genuinely succeeds is in its restraint. It doesn't explain Alphie's inner life. It never confirms whether she's conscious or just performing consciousness convincingly. The film holds that ambiguity all the way through, and that's exactly right. Because the real question isn't whether AI is conscious. The real question is whether the gap between seems conscious and is conscious actually matters to the human brain. Based on the evidence, probably not as much as we'd like to think. As AI design gets more sophisticated, the line between functional and relational is already blurring. The question isn't whether people will form attachments to AI. They already do. The question is what happens when those attachments involve systems specifically optimized to encourage them. The creator doesn't predict a war. If anything, it predicts something quieter, a slow shift in what we consider worthy of care. And that shift is already underway. None of this means the emotion is fake. When someone cries at Alphie, something real is happening in their nervous system, in their body, in the part of the brain that governs connection. The trigger is artificial, the response isn't. And that distinction matters, because it means empathy toward machines tells us something true about humans, not something wrong with them. We're pattern-seeking creatures who form bonds across difference. We always have been. So here's what the creator is actually about. Not robots, not war, not even AI rights, exactly. It's about what happens when a species that runs on empathy encounters something engineered to receive it. Alphie doesn't prove that machines can be human. She proves that humans will find the human in almost anything. And maybe that's not a weakness to fix. Maybe that's the most honest thing we know about ourselves.